you describe your style? Because like your beats are really chunky, and I would say the drums have like kind of a southern feel at times.
At times, you know, like one of the things about Paper Chase, which when that came out, I was like, oh no, now people are gonna think like I'm a South producer, and it's totally not. You know, I think that if there's anything that I'm good at, it's being like versatile. Like anything that I hear, I'm gonna want to make a beat or a song that's like sort of like that, but with my own flair. So whereas some producers, you know, all their beats sound the same, I can play you my whole library of stuff, and it kind of really like sounds different. At least I try to make it sound different from one to the next. So, but if anything, I would say like, you know, my drums are always, they always hit hard. Bass always tries to thump hard. You know, like I definitely try to make it an anthemic beat. I try to make it, you know, stay true to the name, C4
status.
You know, exactly. I want to hear like a big anthem track no matter what it is.
Okay. So are you like mostly sample driven, or do you do more original stuff?
For the battles, I'd probably say sample driven, you know, because that's what really gets people like.
Can get more recognized than samples more so.
But lately, ever since I started working in ads, you know, like I definitely started off with the MPC and everything, but like ever since I started working in ads, it was really about like, you know, figuring out how to compose music, use different instruments, work with different musicians, you know, like I got a whole lot of keyboards in here, and I'm self-taught, you know. I can't say that I'm a amazing musician, but I definitely work hard at it, and if I have a part in mind, then I'm gonna bang it out.
Yeah.
So I would say I'm a mix between the both sample and original.
So completely self-taught? Did you have anyone like take you under their wing, give you a little tutelage?
I did get a mentor a little while ago. You know, when I started working in ads and stuff, I did have like a guy who was like 10 years older to tell me, you know, this sucks, this is bad, go do this again. You know, and that was frustrating, but kind of like pushed me. And I guess like throughout, like growing up, I grew up with like DJ A-Trak, and seeing this guy just go from, you know, 15 years old to like all over the world and play him stuff, and him being like, you know, no, this is not so good, or this could be better, or that's great. You know, those, I guess those are our mentors. Any time where I've hit like a brick wall, that's sort of turned into like my mentor, you know.
We talked about some Canadian artists. Are there any artists like worldwide or in the US or anyone that you're looking forward to? Because I know Donny Goines jumped on one of the JD era joints, 9 to 5.
That's right. That's right. No, we're talking about getting him on the album again, of course. I think it's the same ultimate dream that I had when I was like 14, 15. I want a Common Sense track. If you're listening, I want Common Sense on a track. Maybe not this album, maybe not the next one, but one day I definitely want Common Sense on a track. Talib Kweli, all these people like Most Def. I want like real artists. Of course, you know, I'll fuck with 50. Why not? You know, if he pays me or something.
Yeah, you gotta watch that. Sometimes he just likes to put out the joints and then worry about that later.
Yeah, you know, but like Busta Rhymes, all these people, all the people I grew up listening to. Of course, I want to work with them. I want to get to that level. But I realize it's not gonna just like fall into my lap. You know, it's kind of like I gotta, like anything that's ever happened that was good to me, I gotta make it happen. So it's just no other way. So that's how we work for it.
You don't grind, you don't shine.
That's right.
So what are some albums, some classic albums that kind of shaped your music, would you say?
I'd say obviously like Snoop Dogg, Doggy Style, amazing album, which basically is Parliament. To me, that was like an amazing album. The way it was put together is classic. Common, like Water for Chocolate, sick album. Wu-Tang, God, I don't know, they had those masks and shit. That was fucking amazing. 36 Chambers. You know, more recently, like Black Milk, I thought it was just sick. Like I love those guys, that piece and his flows. Justice, it's not even hip hop, man, but it's electro. But I just like on the production tip, their shit is just crazy. Just crazy. You listen to that and there's like distortion, it hurts your ears, but it's just amazing, makes people go crazy.
Okay. Yeah. You wanna show us around your little setup right here?
Alright, sure. So right here we got the Korg M3. It's a nice little piece of action right here. This is the price on it, but I don't pay it. I just rent it. It's called Long and McQuaid, and I definitely suggest it. Right here is the Jupiter 6. This is probably the most ancient part of my setup. It's from the 70s. It's really hard to find. Not all the keys work, but some of the sounds in there are just like priceless. Yamaha DX27, nice piece of action as well, not plugged in right now. This guy right here is a tube because it goes with the Banshee voice box, which is for doing all that T-Pain-ish type of stuff.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
Only one use for a tube.
Yeah.
In hip-hop nowadays.
In hip-hop, right. That's right, we got the mini Korg. I mean, I think I'm the only producer sorry, I'm not the only producer. I'm the only, this is a must-have for every producer. You should have. Turntables, of course. Final scratch, which is just to turn it into, play your MP3s on there if you want to scratch on it a little bit. We got the MPC, of course, but the pads don't really work anymore because when I first got this, I was just bang on this shit really, really hard. Bang, bang. So there's only one velocity now, it's kind of shit. Got a little console, 34 tracks, analog. It's good. It's good. You know, you can. I brought this outside in like DJ parties and shit outside. Mackie monitors, trigger finger, basic Edirol controller, and a whole lot of software. You know what? Like the software game is kind of crazy.
You got like a little project coming out real soon, right?
That's right. So I haven't released a single mixtape in Montreal or Toronto for the whole duration of how long I've been producing, and that's because like just the way I am is I really want things to be finished, done, and I don't know about perfect, but at least at the level that I'm happy with. And I'm finally getting to this level right now where I feel like I can release some stuff. So I'm going to be releasing a whole lot of stuff from like cats in Montreal, cats in Toronto. You know, I've been deep in both parts of Canada, so I really want to like, you know, show something that like puts both together and shows what I can do and what these people can do, you know.
Okay. So is it going to be more like a producer compilation album?
I guess so, but in most of the producer compilations that I've seen, like there hasn't really been anything tying the tracks together. It's just kind of like, okay, this is a track from '95, here's a track from 2004. Like I'm gonna have tracks like that, but I'm gonna rework them in a way so that like from start to finish, you have like a story that's being told. You know,
right.
You got some sort of like motif. And I don't want to say too much about it right now, but it's definitely gonna be some people that you wouldn't expect with other people that you would expect in a way that's totally unexpected. That's what I'm going for. So,
okay.
You know, it takes a lot of work to do that. So,
can you share like some of the guests that you maybe have on there?
Yeah, I can say obviously like Rich Kid, who's going to be on there, of course. Velvet Trench Vibe is going to be on there. JD Era, Johnny Rock's going to be on there. You know, that's just to name a few. Bishop Brigante, Ken Masters. That's for Toronto. Sorry. Okay. Montreal. We're going to have Magnum. We're going to have, I said Velvet Trench Vibes from Montreal. Northern Lights, which is basically like the crew that I came up with in Montreal. Okay. And the rest I think that I'm gonna keep tied up right now.
Until it's official.
Until it's official, that's for sure.
Alright.
Look out for it.
Well, that's what it is, coming real soon. You can also check out C4 on The Real Freaks. We're going to have them on August 24th, first hour. Make sure you tune in. If you don't, make sure you go to the blog and grab the podcast right after. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it. Your man's Keezy, Real Frequency, holding it down with C4.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Adam Bomb. Shout out to my homie Quackass on the camera.
Boom, boom.
Peace.
Peace.